everybody to our episode of
Just Chats.
Today we are going to be talking about all things business.
We came suited up for the occasion.
We did.
We don't even wear suits in our normal everyday to
but
day
we
life
could
at work,
if we wanted to.
We could, true.
Yeah, so we'll be talking about all the ups or the downs or the
roller coaster that is business.
Yeah. So May and I both own our own business. Where should we start? We should
maybe give people insight about your business and brows.
Okay, so I am a beauty therapist and eyebrow specialist. I specialize mainly in eyebrow tattooing. So I have my own studio at home, at my own salon, and it's been a journey. I think I've been doing it for from home 6 years, but all up I've been a beauty therapist for, I don't even know, I think it's
forever.
15 years. It's crazy. I started in year 10, but it has been a journey. It's
what got you into it? I guess what went from I'm a beauty therapist working for someone else to you know what, I'm gonna do this on my own?
Yeah, well, look, I always had a goal that I was gonna do it on my own. I always had this vision that I was going to own this really big salon with all these girls and we're all going to be working together, but it's actually not that easy. But then, I also do have 2 little girls. So having that dream was a bit, I don't know, I feel like I just changed as a person and my goals changed. And I was a bit sad at the beginning, but then I was like, hang on, I'm growing as a person, so then I thought I'd rather have my salon at home. That way I've got my kids at home as well, and it's much easier.
But it has its challenges as well, though.
It does. It's got its challenges. I mean, working from home, I never used to be able to switch off. I just thought, finished at 5 o'clock, close the door, but then I would sneak back in if I would
just open the door.
I'd just be to a client, it's fine, just come, so there's no separation, but I have learned to have certain hours. As soon as I close the door, I'm done.
That's hard though. Do you mute your phone? Do you just not look at the messages or calls?
I really should, and that's something I do need to learn as well. But I feel look, I do have a really good tight group of clients that have become friends. So we do tend to message each other at any time of the day. But I guess that comes with all these years of working with and having the same clients. But if I can give any advice, it would be, don't reply, have your business hours where you deal with everyone and then shut off. Because then it gets a lot. It does get a lot.
100%.
So that's my business. I mean, let's talk about your business.
Yeah.
So exciting.
So I feel like Marissa's saying that because she's been that many times to the studio. So my partner Jamie and I own a couple of paint and sip studios. We started off with one, and I think we really wanted to open up something. This was crazy. It was in the middle of COVID where we were let's open up a paint and sip studio. Most businesses were thinking about how do we survive or how do we manage? And we were just how do we open up something? And the main reason we wanted to do it is with our events background. We thought we can bring the paint and sip experience to people in just a different way. We could heighten this experience and take it from, a fun sort of paint class to an event. You feel like you've had a really, really good night out and you've made incredible memories. So that's why we wanted to do this in the heart of COVID, because people wanted to connect with other people. And I think through the pandemic as well, a lot of people found art really therapeutic. I think everyone at some stage did the whole paint by numbers. So everyone, really realize the importance of it. It's more than just, you know, making pretty paintings. There's a lot of in-depth good mindfulness involved as well. But yeah, we did it all. We kind of just said, you know what, we're gonna go all in with parties, kids sessions, whatever it took to make an experience memorable. We were willing to do it. So opened up in Mill Park first, and then crazy enough, I think a year and a half later, opened up a second studio in Docklands. It's great. It is amazing because it's something that I feel like the energy and the space that you come into, it's very positive. So it's a really positive space, lots of fun. Really good energy. And through the process, I guess, and you would find the same thing with your business, is through the process of opening this business, we've made so many amazing friendships and relationships and networks with incredible people. So it's been just this kind of one good thing flowing into another good thing, flowing into another good thing, and has definitely helped us. Like you said, every business is different. So having a team, managing people, as your business grows, I
don't have a team. Like, I'm on my own. So I feel like for me, like, it gets hard, but like it's a different hard. Like you have a whole team behind you. Like, how do you deal with it?
I think the most important thing is when you're hiring team is to make sure you hire character and you train skill. So getting the right people into your team or as part of your team is so important, because they're people that you need to be able to work with, people that need to feel that what you're doing like really align with your purpose. So no one's ever going to care about your business as much as you are, but at least if people do, it makes it easier. So they don't feel like they're coming to work. They feel like they're a part of what we're doing and a part of our, you know, mission and our values and our vision. So I think that's the biggest part, is because you deal with a lot of different personalities. And I think one of our biggest learnings is that you can't hire the same person. Like, you think you package in what, you know, a potential team member should look like, and then you think you need to find that exact thing, but you're never going to find that one thing. So you kind of just have to mold the role to each person and understand their strengths, and then be really open to working on their challenges or what they find challenging. So that's been quite a process, but it's also fun. Like, I know I've worked in roles by myself and I've enjoyed working on my own, but then I've always loved being a part of a team. So I do think I enjoy that side of it too. But yeah, there's challenges. There's definitely a lot of challenges with, and people always say like, why open your own business, right? Like, have people ask you that, like, why do it? Yeah.
Would you tell us, like, why did you feel that you wanted to open your own business instead of just working for someone your whole life?
It's a tricky one. I think our last sort of roles that Jamie and I had, we left in a way of just feeling exhausted. Like, we were really tired. We worked in a van, so it was like hard, long hours. But I think we just weren't in alignment with what we were doing anymore. And we asked ourselves, what do we really want to be doing with our lives? What's our purpose? What's our why? And we actually went to a paint and sip session. We've been to one, and then we opened a business, which is insane. So we've only been to one. And we had a lot of fun, but then we just thought, like, we knew how to, you know, level it up, and we knew what we could do with it, and then kind of went from there. But I think it was that whole idea of working for yourself and being able to have that free. People always say that, you know, you work 9 to 5 and then you open up a business and you work 24/7. So it's hilarious how it's like, you're going to have so much freedom. It's like, not. You don't, but I think the difference is when you're working for yourself, it just hits differently, right? Like, you like, I'm putting in these hours, I'm working hard, and it's for my dreams. It's for me.
It's all for you. It's no one else.
Yeah. And it's kind of nice. And now that I think we have, it's quite hard to think, like, can you work for someone?
Oh my God, no way. Like, everyone has their own opinion, but if I were to go back and work for someone, I do not think I can do that.
In any industry, or reckon just beauty?
Just any industry. Like, just having someone on top of me telling me how to do things, like, especially in my job, telling me how to do things their way.
I'm going to wait 10 years and then ask Marissa the same question.
No, seriously, like, I don't think, once you are in your own business world, it's very hard for me anyway, to go back and work for someone.
And
I mean, can you?
I mean, yeah, probably not.
Like, imagine dropping all the work you've done now. I mean, it's different if, you know, you went for it and it didn't work out.
And that's a good point, right?
You
So it
know,
doesn't always work out.
It doesn't always work out.
Yeah.
That's right. So it's different if that happens and you do need to go back to working for someone. I guess you adjust. I guess you adjust back to that life.
But did you do this? So like when we left our jobs, we sort of had some sort of stable income whilst building the business. I'm not sure if it was the same situation for you.
No, but in my industry, you've got all your clients, so they follow you everywhere.
True.
And luckily for me, like over the years, like 10 years, my clients have been following me to different salons, because I wasn't just at one salon working for one person. I worked for like a fair bit of salons, so they always used to follow me. So then when it was time to like do my own thing, I was okay with it, because I knew they were all gonna come, you know.
That's fair.
So
I guess every industry will be different then, and the important thing is just to, I guess there is a risk involved obviously with opening up a business, but to relieve some of that pressure of like, you know, the financial stresses of how am I going to support myself, like if you don't have a partner or someone else that can help assist you through that financial period, like who says you can't just go down to part-time with your current role, or find something that can just, you know, pay your bills, because there is a lot of like, people don't always tell you this up front, but with business you almost have to make a loss and take the sacrifice before you see the profits, right?
100%.
And some industries more so than others, like some are going to take you, like you have to be okay with not seeing that good lump sum at the end of the day for a couple of years. So there is a lot of not sacrifice just financially, sacrifice time-wise, emotionally, mentally, doing the longer hours. Like there's so much of sacrifice that goes into it. So if having a part-time job or something else that can financially support you in the interim, just so you don't have to be so stressed, I would say that's
I agree with
a good way to go. But you really lucky that you had that. Well, not lucky, you worked for it.
I think different industries, different ways of doing things. But what advice would you give to those that are really scared to, like, you know, jump into it? Because there's so many people out there that even I know, like so many of my friends, they're like, I want to do this, I want to do that, and but they're just so scared, and they're always left wondering, what if, you know? What advice?
It's a hard one, because I'm a very like procedures and like I need a lot of structure in my decisions, and Jamie was actually the risk taker. He's always the one that's like, yep, do this, we'll do this, and we'll work it out. Like, so it's a good partnership, but I think it's also realizing who you need to speak to before you make this decision. Like, you know, sometimes it's even the people you absolutely love, like your parents, that are just so logical about things, that are like, I can't even tell you how many people told us during the pandemic, which is a fair enough piece of advice, saying you're crazy to open, like you're not going to make money, like you're opening in the pandemic.
And that was the most scariest time.
And which is true, like and all that advice was valid, but sometimes knowing who you need to speak to, like then we had some conversations with friends who are like, what else do you have to lose? Like just do it. And then, you know, other friends that maybe had businesses, like get information and the right resources around you, and then talk to those people to help you figure out how you can do it. Like whether it's calling upon friends or people that you even see on social media that are running businesses or doing things that you are inspired by or want to do, and just reach out and be like, hey, can we grab a coffee? Can we talk about this? How can, you know, you assist? How can I help? How can we collaborate? How can, you know, like learn, grow, but think about who you're speaking to, because sometimes it just takes one conversation with one person for you to then have this internal conversation saying, this is a bad idea. And
you just gotta shut off those people.
I guess, but also research. Like you can't kind of go into this idea with no proof of how your numbers might go, or how the industry is tracking, or what clientele you or what database you can tap into. Like there needs to be some sort of research into, I guess, the market or what's going on out there to know more or less how things are going to take off. But I think having a good good selection of people around you that can help support, because you'll need so much support.
Yeah, of course. And yeah, I would just say, just do it. Just do it. And if it doesn't work, big deal. Like you didn't, nothing's bad happened in your life. Like you just move on and look for the next thing. And I feel like, just keep trying. Like never give up.
True. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And even if it's an industry thing where one thing hasn't worked out, it doesn't mean that all avenues are like done for. Like, you know, you might be like, that thing's not working, but in this industry I can go niche in this sort of way, or I can try a different angle to get there, or like, you know, did you start off with all things beauty and then niched into brows?
So I used to do like spray tans and nails and pedicures and everything, but then you kind of like find what you you know are the best at, and you kind of just take it on and do it, give it your all, and you just it's all worth it. I mean, you just got to take a risk, and I feel like we're pretty lucky because we've got our partners that, I don't know about Jamie, but Nick just takes risks. I'm sure Jamie does as well, but sometimes it's good to have a person there that always says, like, just do it, do it, you know, that positive, like you said, like hang around with people or talk to people that are positive and stuff. But yeah, definitely get into it, because you don't want to 10 years go by and you're like, oh, I should have done this, and what if this, and what
regret,
if that.
regret is real. 100%.
Yeah. So
and I think also find your why. Like, ask yourself what you're really passionate about, because you know that's a cliche saying that if you really love what you do, you never work a day in your life. Yes, you work, you still work, but you enjoy it. Like, you're excited to wake up and go to work, and of course you're still going to have your hard days, and of course you're still going to have your days that you're like, this is so much, but it's a great way, because no one has to push you or drive you then. It's like you have that because you're really passionate about what you're doing. So I think find your why and find what you really love, that you can turn it into a career, because at the end of the day you spend so much of your time working. You really want it to be something that you love and something that you genuinely get fulfillment from, and whether it's what you're actually doing you get fulfillment for, or the people that you're helping you get fulfillment from, but definitely make sure that you're passionate about what you're doing and
100%
you truly love it. Like you can see yourself doing this for like years and years and years to come. Well, that was good. Well, we would love to hear from you guys. Drop us a comment if you have been thinking about starting your own business. If you've been, you know, holding off for any reason, let us know. If you have your own business and there's any thoughts, comments, or challenges that you feel like you have come across. We're by no means experts at this. We're still figuring out this beautiful journey called business, but we're all part of this roller coaster. So we'd love to know your thoughts and your feels on all of it. So yeah, we can't wait to hear from you guys and to see you.
Before you start. We've got to let them know our business names.
Oh, whoops, forgot about that.
Hello.
Should have opened up with that.
Let us
know.
Go first. Okay, so mine is M Brows. So if you want to look it up on socials, it's just M Brows. And May?
Nice and straightforward. Ours is a Brush by the Vines.
Yes.
So I was like, it's a mouthful, but yes, you will
go
find
and
it.
follow. Trust me, it's a good one. It's a good one.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't forget to
subscribe, give us a follow as well on our socials. We're always happy to hear from you guys and get a little DM. And make sure that you catch us on all your favorite podcast platforms. But we can't wait to see you guys next time. Bye.